He is an award-winning illusionist. He's been on TV loads of times. He's a national championships for close-up magician. His business as well, not only is he a great entertainer, his business is just very, very successful. So I really think you're in for a treat this morning. I hope you enjoy it. He's just going to be speaking for about 15 minutes and followed by me. So please put your hands together for Russell Leeds.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Like Sam said, my name's Russ. I'm talking today about marketing. But before we really get into it, do you mind if I tell you all a bit about myself?
Yes.
Yeah? You all seem very excited. Brilliant.
Who are you?
I became a full-time professional magician when I was 16 years old. Along with Craig, I'm now part of an award-winning illusion act called Slightly Unusual. We travel up and down the UK. We've performed numerous times, like Sam said, on TV. We've been on ITV1, we've been on Sky TV. We got reviewed recently by the Stage newspaper. Has anyone here ever heard of the Stage newspaper? Yeah, some of you have. If you haven't, it's the industry standard newspaper for reviewing entertainment. And they said that we were the speciality act of the decade, which is a high praise indeed. We've been voted the most loved entertainers in the UK for the last 2 years running. And currently, I'm the British Magical Society Close-Up Magician of the Year. That's all with Slightly Unusual. Our other company is called Non-Stop Kids Entertainment. It's a children's entertainment company, and we cover the whole of the UK. We're expanding all the time, and so that's going really well as well. But rather than just talking about what I do, I thought as a magician, it's more of a visual art. Would you guys like to see a quick trick?
Oh yeah,
The enthusiasm grows. Well, there's a very famous illusion called the linking rings. The idea is the magician, or the illusionist, would have 4 rings, solid rings, and they would make them all link together. Have you all seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to show you something similar. I've got one of those rings here now. Before I start, Mark, do you see any holes in the ring?
The big one in the middle.
I know the jokes, Mark. Okay, it's a solid ring. Debbie, could you have a look at the ring, make sure it is solid? Now, instead of using the other 3 rings, I'm actually going to be using for this 3 pieces of rope and a random button, apparently. 3 pieces of rope. Now, the ropes are all different sizes. We've got a short one, we have a long one, and a medium-sized one as well. I'd like you guys to examine these, make sure they're okay. So, Dawn, could you have a look at the long one for me? Check it out. Do you mind having a look at the medium one for me? And Mark? Nothing personal. Check them out, make sure they're all okay. No wires, threads, magnets, trapdoors. Take your time, because my talk is really short. Are you happy with the long one there? Are you happy with that? I'll grab that one back. Are you happy with the short one, Mark?
Yeah, it was a bit longer.
Yeah, you do like it. And,
just fine.
Just fine. Mediocrity. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So 3 ropes, 1 long, 1 short, 1 medium. Now we're going to come back to the ring in a moment. I want you to watch the 3 ropes very, very carefully. What we're going to try now is an illusion. So what you do is you rub like this. And you can see this one here used to be the long one. This one here used to be the short one. And this one here, well, you get the idea. They're all the same size. Now, I'll do it again, because maybe you missed it, but this time I'm going to get rid of one of the ropes. And what we're going to try and do, we're going to try and turn these 2 ropes into a ring. Now, if I could do that, that would be a good trick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, we're going to turn them into a ring. If I could do that, would you all give me a big round of applause?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So you've got to watch the 2. The first thing you've got to do is you've got to turn the 2 ropes into...
Wow.
Oh, thank you, Dale. I'm glad you liked it. Into 1.
Into silence.
That's the first time. The next bit's the bit that guarantees the applause. We're now going to turn the piece of rope into a ring. Are you ready? On the count of 3. Check this out. Piece of rope into a ring. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Yeah, anyway. So, we're going to ring a rope, we're going to ring a steel. The idea now is to try and make them link together, just like the illusionists used to do in the linking rings. Now, to make it more difficult for myself, I'm going to teach you how it works before I do it, so you know exactly what to look for. Now, do you see the knot right there? It looked like I tied a normal knot. It's not actually a normal knot, it's actually a slip knot. What that means is I can take the knot, slip the knot inside the ring, and when you do, it goes straight through. You look very confused. I'll do it again, I'll do it again. In fact, you can help me. What's your name again? You didn't tell me. Tonya, that was it. You're going to give it a go. If you do it, they're going to give you a massive round of applause, okay? You can see it's on there, right, Tonya? Yeah. Take the ring, give it a pull. Give it up for Tonya! Okay. Now, I'll tell you what, I'll let you choose where it goes through. So, Dawn, I'll run my hand down the rope like this. Wherever you say stop, I'll stop, and then I'll push the ring through wherever you must say stop. Oh, sorry, before I get to the end, though.
Stop.
Sorry, a lot of people say that about me. I'll try again, Dawn. Before I get to the end, you say stop. I'll count you in. You ready? 1, 2, 3. I haven't started yet. Sorry, I'm having timing issues here. Excuses. Sorry, Dawn. You ready? We should have rehearsed this, shouldn't we? I'll go really slow, Dawn, wherever you like.
Stop.
Right there, are you sure?
Yeah.
Right there, that's the spot that it goes straight through.
Wow. It's like, oh.
Thank you. Look on your face, like a rabbit called headlights. No, I'll tell you the real reason how it works. It is a special knot. See, it's a knot that you can untie very quickly. So what I do is I untie the knot like this, really quick, fast as I can. Is that the funniest thing I've said all day? You untie the knot, you slide the ring on and off. You're not buying a word of this, are you? That's the truth, honestly. That's why you need the ends. You see, if you took the ends off, it wouldn't work.
Oh, wow.
No, they're off. There's no way. Get out of here. Is that a good thing or? Here, look, I'll put the ends back on. So we've got a piece of rope and a ring, but if I'm honest with you guys, it's not an illusion using a rope and a ring. It's an illusion using not one, not two, but 3 ropes. But the ropes are not actually all the same size like this. So for the big finish, check the ropes out. Watch 3 ropes, all the same size. That is just an illusion. You see, these ropes are actually 1 small, 1 medium, 1 large. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So that's what I do. That's what we do. Go on, Russell. Thank you, Frank. Number 1 cheerleader. So now I'm showing you about what we do. Marketing. Now, the most important question I think you have to ask yourself when you're looking to market a product or market a service, in our case, is who is it that you're wanting to market to? Now, it might sound like a stupid question, really, you know, people or customers, but it really is quite important if you think about what people, which customers, who is it that you're looking to market to? Now, I think what you'll normally find is there's 3 different groups of people. 3 different groups of people. I'm going to write them over here on the board. The first group of people that you might potentially want to market to are these. The cheapest. Now, these people, they're looking for the cheapest product or the cheapest service. They're not really bothered about quality, they just want the cheapest price. That's the first group of people. The second group of people that you might want to market to are people who are looking for value for money. Most people who are in this bracket, they want a quality job, they want a quality product or a quality service, and they're happy to pay a fair price. They want value for money. And the last group of people are premium. Now these are the people, these are the rich people, these are the people that have got money, and they want the best, no matter what it costs. They're after the best, the top, the premium, the creme de la creme, so to speak. Now, the smallest market is the premium. There's not so many of those. There's about 7%. About 7% are in this market, so it's a smaller market. The next market, the next biggest market, is the cheapest. Cheapest is about 25%. So about 1 in 4 are looking for the cheapest. Now this will change slightly from industry to industry, and this is the statistics for the entertainment industry, but it's all much of a muchness, roughly the same. And the value for money, that's the biggest market. And for those of you that are good at maths, ooh, well done, well worked out. It's 68%, that's the biggest market there. Now, like I said to you earlier, we've got 2 companies. I want to talk to you a little about Non-Stop Kids first. Now, Non-Stop Kids, we've got a team of entertainers, so we don't do the performing ourselves. We have our entertainers that we send out to the parties that we book. We cover most of the country, and we're rapidly expanding all the time. And we want to target the biggest market possible, because we want to book in the most amount of gigs possible. So, no prizes for guessing, but have a guess which market we're targeting. Value for money. So Non-Stop Kids sits here with the value for money. So we offer a quality service at a fair price, and that's the market that we want to target. So when we're doing our marketing and our advertising, we're looking for, it's the middle class people normally. And being children's birthday parties, we target mainly women, because they're the people that book. Men just don't book children's parties, it just doesn't really happen. So that's who Non-Stop Kids markets to. Now, Slightly Unusual is a little bit different. First of all, we don't have a team of entertainers. Craig, myself and Anna, we're part of the Slightly Unusual show, and we're all on the board of directors for the company. So when we go out and perform, we're getting paid for our time. We're not sending out. Also, due to this, we're limited in how many bookings we can take, because there's only so many hours in a day. So we don't target the value for money. Slightly Unusual, we target the premium market. That's who we want. We want the people that have got money, because we're getting paid for our time, and we might as well get paid as well as you can, right? So that's who we market. Now, if you want to target the premium market, you need to make sure that your business and that you act and look premium. You need to stand out from all these people that are in value for money. You need to be better than them, so that when the people that want to pay the premium prices see you, they think, hey, these guys look the best. You want to make sure that you look better than everyone else out there, all your competition, you look the best. So when we set up Slightly Unusual, we spent the first, would you say about 2 years? First 2 years, we did a lot of performing for free. We weren't getting paid. We entered a lot of competitions. We applied for roles on TV shows and for talent competitions on TV. We performed at showcases, hoping to get seen by agents and reviewers. We performed at fringe festivals. That's where we got a stage newspaper and places like that. They go around the fringes, so we did a lot of fringe festivals. And we tried to get as many testimonials as we can. So we got testimonials of people like Ken Dodd and James Franco, Terry Pratchett, all these people, because on our website we can say, as seen on ITV1 and Sky, we can say, you know, wow, by James Franco, and all these things that make us look premium, that make us stand out from all the other magicians, because there are loads of magicians, and we want to look the best. So when people go on our website, they think, wow, I want these guys, I want to pay the premium price to get these guys. So that's who we market. So which market, you got to think about it, which market which market are you in? Who is it that you're trying to attract? And if you want to go in the premium market, how can you get what we call social proof? Social proof is credibility, things that make you look good. In your market, what can you have that makes you stand out from the crowd? What's your USP, your unique selling point? Now, you can change markets. There's a fellow magician whose name is Benji Bruce. And Benji Bruce used to be at the bottom end of this market, so in the value for money. He was really, really busy. He was doing shows every day, every weekend. He was out doing loads and loads of shows, and he was earning a certain amount of money. And he decided that he wanted to up his wage. He decided he wanted to earn more. And the only way to do that, because he's getting paid for his time, he's only got so many hours in a day, was to up his price. Now the problem with that is, the second he upped his price, he lost all his clientele, because obviously they weren't prepared to pay his prices anymore. He upped them up drastically. And he did the same as us, and he went and got loads of social proof, and he changed his market, and now he's earning vastly more than he was for the same amount of work, just by changing who he's marketing to. So you can change what market that you're in. So once you've chosen your market and you know who it is that you're wanting to market to, you need to try and think, okay, how would they think? How would, for non-stop kids, how would a mom who's got a child between 5 and 9, because that's mainly who we market to, how would they think if they wanted to book children's entertainment? Where would they look? What would they do? And then you need to try and do the things that you would probably do if you were in their shoes. Once you've tried things, the key is to testing the data, testing the results. That's the key. There's no real right or wrong answer in what marketing works and what marketing doesn't. It varies from industry to industry, from business to business. The key is what works for you. And the only way you can find that out is by properly testing it. Now, our business mentor, his name is Doug Dalbury. He shared an inquiry system with us when he first started working with us that really revolutionised our business. I mean, literally, we were having the same amount of inquiries and we were having like double the amount of bookings from the same amount of inquiries, and it taught us where the inquiries came from and which things worked and which things didn't, and it really is brilliant. I'm going to share that with you. I actually got a draft one here. I was going to try and get it up on the screen, but I was too lazy, so I just printed it up. Now what this is, it's an Excel spreadsheet. You probably can't see it at all from there because it is quite small. But I'm just going to go through the how it works and what we do when we get an inquiry. Okay? If anyone wants to come out and look at this at the end, you're more than welcome. So what it is, it's an online spreadsheet. Now we use Google Drive, which means that it's online. Anyone can access it. I can access it from my phone, from my Chromebook, from my computer, from the office computer. Great, can access it. Everyone can access the same thing, which is great if you're working in a team. Doug recommends using a whiteboard. I think for us this is better, but it's up to you which way you go. So we've got some categories on the top, and every time we get an inquiry, we fill in every one of these categories. So the first one is staff name. So basically that's just whoever dealt with the inquiry. So in this case I'll put Sarah. The date of the inquiry, kind of self-explanatory. Write in the date that you dealt with the inquiry. Their phone number. Make sure that you get their phone number so you can call them back. We have there's other magicians. I was working with someone the other day and he said he had an inquiry and they said they wanted to book and he told me to call them back in 5 minutes, but he didn't take their phone number, so he lost the booking. It's like, oh, you've got to, this sort of stuff, it sounds simple, but you really have got to make sure you actually action it. Because if you're just there taking people's phone calls, you can very easily forget their phone number and so on and so forth. The next one on there is email address. We could do a whole day on email marketing. It's very, very well worth keeping their email address and marketing to them, keeping in touch with customers. It's a lot easier to get work from people that are already customers than trying to get new work. So I definitely recommend taking their email address. First name, last name, quite self-explanatory. What type of magic it is, probably wouldn't work on your board. I doubt. But it works for us. What's the job? So in this case I've got team building. We do a lot of team building days. Team building. Where is it? May or may not be relevant to you. We have to travel out to our clients, so it's relevant to us in London. Date of the event. It's not really about when, but date of the event they're looking to book. The quote, so you want to put the fee. Especially if you change your feed, it's important that you know how much you've quoted people. If it's, it depends on the job, make sure you know how much you've quoted them. Next action, now this is the really important one. Something that he told us that makes a really big difference. When you finish on the phone to your inquiry, make sure that you leave it so that you are in the driving seat. So if you finish talking to them and they say, yeah, sure, I'll let you know. Okay, don't just let it lie at that. If they say, I'll let you know, say, yeah, sure, no problem. When would you be able to let me know by? And let's say they say, Wednesday. You go, no problem. If I don't hear from you Wednesday, would it be okay if I give you a call on Thursday? Now, if they say no, that means they're not interested in your products. They're just trying to bluff you off. In which case, put not interested and write them off. If they say yes, make sure you write it down on this next action. So I then would put, he's interested, call back on Thursday or the date, and then make sure you action that. You actually call them back. We gain so many more, because people forget about you and they've contacted a few people, and if you make it easy for them, they're much more likely to book or go with buy your product. So that's really important next action. We work on the rule of 3. So if we contact someone and they say, yeah, I'm interested, call back Thursday, we call them back Thursday, and they say, yeah, I'm still interested, we'll try it 3 times. If they still haven't bitten, unless it's a really big client and we really kind of think that this might lead somewhere, we normally just let it go. If they're going to keep bluffing you off, you don't want to waste your time. The next one is booked or not booked. Always get an answer in there. Try not to leave it so that you just get bluffed off. If they don't, make sure it's either yes or no. You need to follow it all the way through to the nth degree. If you get them, brilliant, put a big yes. If you don't get them, it's a no. Reason why not? It's worth collecting that. If they say no, ask them, yeah, sure, no problem. And ask why. Because you might find the same things keep coming up and up again, and if you do, then maybe you need to address what you're doing or address your marketing and or whatever. But it's worth asking the reason why not. And then the crucial one, the last one, where from? Okay, so in this case we've put on this. Well, it's just an example one. We've put Facebook. Now, what that allows you to do is at the end of the month. This was a very bad month, well, not looks thing, so you had 2. But by the end of the month, what you need to do is work out how many you got from each source, okay? So I've got a little box here with all the different possible sources that we have, and then as you go through, you tick them off. So if we get one from Facebook, we tick, put a mark next to Facebook. So at the end of the month, you can see, hey, we've had 10 gigs from Facebook, and we spent £50 on our Facebook marketing, so that's working out at £5 a gig. That's pretty good. On Google AdWords, we got 1 and we spent £250. That's terrible. But it means that if you just work out, if you don't track it, and you're getting enough work, you think you're doing well, but you could be throwing money down the drain in one area and not putting more money into another area that's going to work for you. And like I say, there's no golden ticket. It does vary, what you're doing. And you might think, well, I know Facebook should work, and I'm only getting two gigs from that. How can I change my Facebook to make it better? How can I make it work even better? And if something is working, to put more money into that area. So that's it for the form. I'm going to leave this over here. If anyone wants to come out and look at it, look at ours. I mean, you've probably got the idea, but it is really, really well worth doing. I'd highly recommend that. Now I'm going to leave you all today with probably the biggest marketing tip that I can give you. And I only found out about this last night, actually. But this is the biggest marketing tip I could give you. I've just found out that Doug Dorbury, who's our business mentor, is doing a sales and marketing course here after Training Kings, next Training Kings, on the 4th of February. So my really big marketing tip is go to that course, okay? Take action that goes to that course, because I know it's going to be an absolutely fantastic course. So if you take anything from today, my big tip would be go to that course. Thank you very much for listening. I've enjoyed being Sam's warm-up act.
Yeah, right.
So, am I?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it?
Thank you very much.